This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're at Macklin's Gym in Marbella, Port Banús. With me I've got the Edwards brothers, Charlie and Sonny. How are you boys, alright?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah?
Training hard. I'm really pushing it now. Now 4 weeks out from the world title, so I'm lucky enough to have my brother turn pro now, be out here with me, pushing me all the way on the runs. We sparred together. It's great to have a round and we have a laugh. We just live and breathe boxing, so we're really giving it our all. He can't wait to make his debut, so it's going to be a good September, I believe.
I mean, it's been a little time coming. People waiting for you to turn pro. You finally made that step now, so you're obviously pleased with the decision to do that.
Well, yeah, because I was on GB for only about 6 months. I won the senior ABAs last year, got to the final this year. And I guess after the final, I went down on a close split, which I thought I won. But after that, I thought I'm done with this amateur game. So I just wanted to get the longer rounds. I always felt like the last half of the fight I was always stronger. So I just thought it's my turn to turn. Then obviously I had Charlie already set up out here, so it just made sense to go with him.
So Charlie, obviously you're fighting for a world title in your next fight. 10 fights that will be for you. It's your 9th?
Yep. Be the fastest ever Englishman. I won't say British because Paul Weir done it.
Paul Weir done it in 6.
He done it in 6.
I thought this was your 10th, but it's your 9th fight.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your 9th fight, okay. Against Casemiro.
Yeah, John Real Casemiro.
Yeah. He's obviously experience-wise.
2-weight world champion.
Yeah, 2-weight world champion. Has had, I mean, double the amount of fights. I think there's about 25 fights he has, isn't he? How much of him have you seen exactly?
We've seen a lot of him. Me and Danny Vaughan, my brother, we've been sitting down, been watching him, all of his different fights. So we're not leaving no page unturned. We're really studying him. We've got A plan, B plan, and C plan, and we're really confident we're going to beat him. What he offers, I offer better. My footwork's faster, my speed's faster, I'm more awkward. I'm going to make it a horrible night's work for him in there. We watched him against, who was it who we watched earlier?
The African bloke.
Yeah, the African.
Tete.
The African bloke, he stopped him in 5, and you could just see he looked like he'd give up. Once a quitter, always a quitter. I'm going to make it so horrible in there. I'm going to have that jab in his face and make it a nightmare. So, John Real Casemiro, your days with that title are numbered, my friend.
September 10th, and it's a huge card to be on. Sky Box Office, Golovkin pay-per-view, Brook pay-per-view. It doesn't come much bigger.
Really, the biggest card of the year, really, considering I'm on pay-per-view. So, don't really come much bigger, but I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to take it all in. And he's coming to the Lions Den, like he's coming in my backyard, everything's in my favour. So I just hope he's ready and he's not taking me lightly because I've only had 9 fights, because he's going to be in for a hell of a shot on September. So
is it a bit of holding back when you two spar or not?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. He is a great fighter. You've seen him in his amateur. He beat in 3 fights ago. He beat the Kazakhstan, who's in the Olympics now, who's winning his fights. Probably a medal contestant. You know what I mean? He beat Galal Yafa in the ABAs as well last year, who went to GB. So he's a great talent and a big prospect. And you watch, mark my words, him in the pro game. Pros are going to have a nightmare. Then slow feet, he's so quick. The movement, and I fucking hate sparring him. He fucking gets under my skin more than anyone.
You've got your promoter right here, haven't you?
Yeah, I know. Put the ink on the paper.
But obviously it was a natural move for you to join MGM because Charlie was already based with them, so that was kind of a little bit expected, but you were both under the MGM banner.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, disregarding completely Charlie as well. The work they've done for other pros, like the fights they've been securing, it's unreal really. So I think they're definitely the dominant force for like British based boxing.
By far the best management outfit in boxing now. By far the best. Look who they've got on the books. That says it all. Look the fights that they're producing. They're the best management team out there, and I'd advise any single fighter to go with them. Loads of people want to go with them now, so they're very busy and they're branching very big, making an enterprise of MGM. So it's very exciting times for MGM as well, so I'm just lucky to be a part of it.
I mean, Sonny, you don't look old enough to be able to buy a lottery ticket.
Neither do I.
You've got a little bit of an older head. How old are you, Sonny?
I'm 20.
20.
It works in my favour.
It does.
It does. Well, every pro looks at us and looks like we're babies. They underestimate us. One step ahead. get a shock of their
Who
life.
hits harder out of you two?
It depends what shot.
I'm heavier than him, do you know what I mean? I'm heavier than him, older than him, but he's a tricky operator. And listen, you'll have to ask Danny Vaughan that because he's the bad man,
Yeah.
but he can punch, and he looks like a baby, but trust me, he can take the head and the body. And people are going to be shocked when they look at him and look at his style in the amateurs. As a pro, he'll be putting people away. I'm telling you that now.
So have you got a date confirmed for your debut yet, Sammy?
Well, I've literally just last week had all my medicals, my eye test, and my license meeting done, and that's all boxed off. So now any day now, I'm waiting for my debut date. It could be Glasgow, it could be Liverpool. Probably first week of October, maybe last week of September. We're looking around that time. So I'm ready whenever, really. So.
But it's like with anything, if you're waiting for your pro debut, you just want to kind of get that first one out of the way, so you can sort of start building your rounds and just getting a bit of momentum.
I was out here for 7 weeks, leading up to Charlie's last fight. I was his main sparring partner, doing 8-rounders 2-3 times a week.
More than ready for 4 rounds, 6 rounds.
I had a couple of weeks laying off, just ticking over, but now I'm hitting it hard now. So I'm training now as if I was fighting about mid-September, late September. So just wait for any date and I'll be ready.
The good thing is, I'm training for a world title. He's doing exactly the same work as me, having a debut. So whoever is getting put in front of him in his debut, they're in trouble with it. They're in trouble.
How long do you anticipate staying at flyweight?
Listen, to be honest, I made the weight very easy. Like, I'm just under 5 weeks out. I'm only 3 kilo overweight. Make it piece of piss, eating, fluiding up. So we'll stay at it as long as we want, but I want to win this title, get a few defences, and I want big names. I'm in this game to fight big names and be in interesting fights. And I'm fighting on the 10th of September. Also, Chocolatito's fighting on the 10th of September. So who says I win my world title? He's already got a flyweight WBC. We could unify it.
Yeah, I mean he's like with his Ring magazine's pound for pound #1 fighter, but his profile, especially sort of where he is in America, is risen over the last sort of year or so. He's been fighting a lot of them Golovkin undercards as well. But again, at that weight, any fight's possible because there's not many of us.
He's pound for pound king, and why wouldn't I want to get him with a pound for pound king? When I win my IBF world title, I'm up there with the world mix. So I don't want to give easy defensive, fight this person, fight that person. Why not get in there with the pound for pound and prove myself and show the world? A lot of Chocolatito's fighters, they want to stand there and have a walk. That's the complete opposite you want to do with him. He's a very powerful fighter and he's very good. I haven't seen him in against the mover, so maybe that might be his weakness.
Well, listen, like I said to you, that weight division is like it could happen very quickly. Like I said, you're fighting for a world title so soon that I suppose when you turned pro, there was an idea that this could happen with the lack of flyweights there are. So
I've always said I don't want to fight journeyman. I could have easily sat back and just fight journeyman after journeyman, build slowly, wait for opportunities to come. Jumping in with a 2-weight world champion, I'm confident in my ability. I'm going to bring that title back, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to take part in this boxing. I'm here to take over. I want to move up through the weights. I want to be a British fighter who can look at Pacquiao, who's moved up all through the weights. May have moved up all through the weights. I want to be the first British fighter who moves up all through the weights. So it's very exciting. I'm only 23. I'm only young, and I'm a big flyweight. So I've got a lot more weights to climb.
Definitely, yeah. Have you been watching the Olympics?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with the Olympics. I'm watching my former teammates. Obviously, I was training as I was leading up to the Olympics. They've had it hard, but that's what happens with the draws. I don't think there wasn't one boy that was seeded, one male boxer, so you're bound to get the hard fights quite early on. But they're doing well. They're doing well.
Results haven't gone the way, obviously, for some of our fighters.
Josh Kelly boxed really well.
Yeah.
Kelly boxed really well.
Fowler had a really tough one against a really tricky operator. And he showed heart. He showed he's going to be capable for the pro game, but
Joe Cordina got beat today, didn't he?
Got beat for very tough Uzbek. So, look, they're all great fighters. They're all at the top of their game, amateurs. I would have loved to go to the Olympics. In 2012, I fell short, and then I decided to turn pro. But all of them, every single one on that squad, they will have a great pro career, and they'll go leaps and bounds, and it's exciting times for them. They might have fell short here, but they're going to go on, and they're going to go into bigger and better things and be superstars.
It's not the be all and end all. If you don't win a medal, I mean, look, Billy Joe's here now, world champion, and you know he didn't progress as far as he wanted in Beijing. So
Charlie could have waited around for these 2016. We would have had a really good push, but look at him now. At the same, a month after the Olympics, he's boxing for an IBF world title. So if he went to these Olympics, he still would have loads to go through before he got to that point. So I don't think he's been damaged too much not going to the Olympic Games.
Definitely not.
all right, where's Danny Vaughan at?
He's probably down there doing the bench press, pumping his arms up.
He is.
Chesty Vaughan.
Got a bit of stick. I went. Jazza Dickens asked me who my favourite Scouser was, and I said it was Danny Vaughan. And he is.
Yeah, he
He's my favourite Scouser.
He got a bit offended, didn't he?
A few Scouts, yeah, but a few Scousers like messaged me going, "Well, I mind this list."
At least you didn't
I'll stick with Danny Vaughan. He's my favourite.
Top bloke, very top bloke, and a great coach. Since I've been working with him, I've come on leaps and bounds, and Sonny's just partnered up with him as well. And we've got a really good team out here. You know, like everything's for the boxers. And management team out here, they couldn't do enough for us. Trainers all Danny couldn't do enough for us. Always in the gym, always making sure we're good in ourselves as well as in training. Got sparring partners coming in, which Danny's arranged. Ryan Burnett's coming over to spar me for this fight. I've got that Angel Mourinho from Madrid coming down who got robbed, I believe, for the European title out in France. And then Sean McGoldrick's going to come out and help me as well. So we've got all the sparring for this fight also. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and everything's going great, and couldn't be in a better place right now at the MGM over here in Marbella.
I've got a couple of cousins who are flyweights. We'll send them over if you want.
Bring them over.
Yeah. They're like, one's like 106 and 0. The other one's like 214 and 0.
He can get it, anyone can get it.
We nearly went a whole interview without Prince Patel's name being mentioned. And I didn't mention it.
I couldn't let it happen.
Sorry, mate.
I couldn't let it happen. I'm coming for him now. He's blocked me on Twitter, everything. I'm snapping
He's
his
gone
ankle.
quiet because he knows you're around and you're going to end his career. And he
I made him turn over. He was meant to be in the ABAs. He went pro, I think, a month and a half before the ABAs. So.
He drew with someone I dropped in the first round and won every round again. He's a bum.
He's useless.
No one. They're not even worth the words out of your mouth. I don't even know why you brought him up in this interview.
Well, listen, I was trying to do the interview without mentioning it.
You was good. I
did well. It was like 12 minutes in, and
I could feel it coming.
Sony, it was too much for Sony to cope with.
I wanted to get in there first.
Alright, listen, we'll definitely catch up with you ahead of September 10th, and listen, catch up with you ahead of your pro debut, hopefully in September. So, best of luck out here. That Istan, that run you do looks brutal. Yeah, for you, yeah.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
3 times a week, smashing it.
Looks brutal.
Limits are there to be broken.
Did this morning. Easy.
Alright, Charlie, Sonny, thanks for coming to Rifle TV, and
mate.
we'll catch up with you soon, alright? Thank you, mate.